Hi, my name is Federico Tartarini, and in today's presentation I'm going to talk about PyThermal Comfort. PyThermal Comfort is a Python package that Stefano Schiavon and I have co-developed, and it allows you to calculate thermal comfort indices. Buildings, as you may know, are responsible for approximately 1/3 of the primary energy consumption and consequently emit a lot of greenhouse gases. Optimizing the design and operation of HVAC system is therefore essential for two main reasons. First, if we optimize their operation, then we may be able to reduce the energy consumption of buildings. And secondly, it is extremely important to optimize their operation and their design because a recent study has shown that approximately 40% of occupants in commercial buildings are dissatisfied with the thermal environment. So how can we fix that? Well, we can use thermal comfort indices. Thermal comfort indices can be used to quantitatively assess thermal comfort condition indoors. They can help us both during the design and the operation phase. For this reason, many international and national standards include and recommend to use these thermal comfort indices. These standards are not publicly available, so are behind a paywall. And often they contain the source code to calculate some thermal comfort indices. For example, the ASHRAE 55 2020 contains the source code to calculate the PMV PPD index, the standard effective temperature, and the solar gain on occupants. This code is provided in JavaScript. So if you are a Python user and you would like to reuse this code, you will have to first get the standard and pay for it. And second, you will have to rewrite the code into Python. You will have to test that your code is working perfectly fine, you're not getting any errors, and then, and only then, you can use your code in order to determine either how is your building performing, to calculate some thermal comfort indices, for example, based on the data that you got from an energy simulation, or for example, you could use these thermal comfort indices and compare them in a scientific paper. This process, as you might understand, is prone to errors, and then we're going to have different people with different codes that may generate different results. So this is a problem. Python is extremely used in the scientific community, and is one, actually alongside R, is one of the most commonly used language in data science. In 2020, before developing PyThermal Comfort, we did a research and we found that there was no Python package specifically designed to calculate thermal comfort indices among 200,000 packages that are available on PyPy, which is the open source repository for Python packages. Therefore, we decided to develop PyThermal Comfort to help Python user to calculate thermal comfort indices. There is already a great package called conf, which can be used by R user. And now there is PyThermal Comfort that can be used by Python users. Our functions are validated against the reference tables. So if you look at our source code repository, by the way, our source code is available on GitHub. So you can just check our code and you can read all our code. We release it under MIT license, which means that you can use our code for both scientific purposes or even for commercial purposes. So you can take part of our code and you can use it even in your commercial applications, or you can use it to calculate the thermal comfort indices in papers. We share the code publicly, and we also develop documentation because we strongly believe that if you want to have users that they use our package and they get familiar with it, then we needed to develop documentation so they can better understand which are the inputs parameters that are required in each model, but also we develop video tutorials and examples. So I will show you later on a QR code that you can use to access our official documentation, while PyThermal Comfort is available on PyPy. So if you want to install it on your computer, of course, since it's a Python package, you need Python installed on your computer, but then you can just simply write pip install PyThermal Comfort. And I will show you an example later. PyThermal Comfort was released approximately 1 year ago, and it has already been used several times, both in open source tool online and For example, PyThermal Comfort is using the backend of the CBE Thermal Comfort tool to calculate several thermal comfort indices in the backend of the CBE Clima tool, and also was used and cited in several scientific publications. So we are very happy that the public and the scientific community are using it to calculate thermal comfort indices. The main functionalities and the main thermal comfort indices that are included in PyThermal Comfort are listed here. However, as previously mentioned, I would highly recommend you to just check our official documentation, which you can access by scanning the QR code, which you can see at the bottom right side of this slide here, because we are generally releasing an update of the model once every month. So it's always a good idea to check the latest version of the documentation that you can find it on Read the Docs. But the main thermal comfort indices that are included in PyThermal Comfort are listed here. So you can calculate, for instance, the predicted mean both, the standard effective temperature, the cooling effect, the adaptive comfort based both on the ISO and the ASHRAE method, the solar gain on people, the UTCI, which is the Universal Thermal Climate Index, predicted heat strain, and so forth. We also have included a model which allows you to calculate when you can use fans during heat waves, which shows you under which temperature and relative humidity condition fans use is beneficial. So we included also that model inside PyThermal Comfort. Now that I've talked about PyThermal Comfort, let me show you a couple of examples, because I want to make it clearer for you how you can use it and how simple is it to use it. In these two examples, I'm going to show you only how to calculate the PMV model, but please check our official documentation, because we have examples on how to calculate also other indices, and under each comfort index in the documentation, we provide a short example which shows you which inputs are required inside the model, what each input exactly is, so which are all the input parameters, and which output each model generates. So in this first example, I'm going to show you that in 3 lines of code, you can calculate the PMV model. So the first thing that we need to do is to import the PMV PPD function from PyThermal Comfort models. Of course, as I previously mentioned, you need to have Python installed on your computer, which you can do so by installing Python from their official website. And then once you have Python installed, you can type in your command line pip install PyThermal Comfort. So you import the package in line 1. In line 4, you can see that we are calculating the results. So one line just to calculate the results. And here, for example, we are entering the 4 environmental parameters and the 2 personal parameters required to calculate the PMV PPD model. So the first 2 values are the dry bulb air temperature and the mean radiant temperature, which in this example I have assumed to be 27 degrees. Then we have the relative air velocity, then the relative humidity, followed by the metabolic rate and the clothing level. In this example, I've assumed that the metabolic rate is 1.1, which is a person sitting, roughly typing, and clothing of 0.5, which is summer cloth for a typical office environment. And I'm calculating the PMV PPD model based on the ASHRAE standard code. The ASHRAE code differs from the ISO, so you can choose whether you want to calculate the PMV in accordance with the ISO standard or with the ASHRAE standard. Then finally, you just have to write print, and this is going to print the results. As you can see, it's a dictionary which contains 2 information, the PMV and the PPD. So if you want to extract the PMV, you can write results.pmv. That will return a float value, which is the value of the PMV. In this second example, which looks a little bit more complex, I want to show you all the other things that, for instance, you can leverage from PyThermal Comfort. So in line 1 to 3, I'm just importing some function and some dictionary, which you can just read more in the documentation. In line 5 to line 11, I'm actually defining the inputs. As you can see, this time I have defined 4 environmental inputs, and these are numbers that I need to pass inside the model. But regarding the activity and the garments, I've actually provided a description of the activity. So in line 10, I'm saying that the person is typing, And in line 11, I'm actually listing down all the clothes that I've logged that that person was wearing. In line 13 and line 15, I can use some dictionary that I've included inside PyThermal Comfort that allows you to convert from a string, which describes the activity that the person is doing, to a value. So in line 13, we're calculating the MET. In line 15, we are summing all the different clothing insulation value for the specific clothes that we listed in line 11 in that array, and then we're calculating the total clothing insulation. We are using this value to calculate the dynamic clothing insulation in line 20. It is very important to remember that the input of the PMV is not the cloth value that you measure, but is the dynamic clothing, which is affected by the metabolic rate. As we move, our clothes may get a bit detached from our skin, therefore this can change the insulation of clothing. So the higher the metabolic rate, the lower the clothing will be, the total clothing insulation. On the other end, the opposite happens with the air velocity. So the more we move around, the more self-generated airspeed we create. And consequently, as a function of the metabolic rate, the velocity that we need to input in the PMV model is not the velocity that you measure inside the space with an anemometer, but is actually the relative air velocity. In line 23, we pass all these inputs to the PMV PPD function, and then we calculate the PMV as we did before, and we print the results in line 26. Right now, I'm just showing you how you can calculate the PMV PPD for one set of inputs, but nothing stops you to pass a matrix inside or use a Panda data frame. So you can get the results, for instance, from an energy simulation, from data that you recorded in a building, in a home, or any other data that you have generated, and then you can calculate the PMV PPD. On our website, there is an example on how to do that. For instance, how to iterate over a data frame, a Pandas data frame, and then how to calculate the results, how to optimize this process. And a thing that is important to keep in mind is that PyThermal Comfort is already optimized using Numba, and therefore is super fast. So we can calculate approximately 10,000 indexes, thermal comfort indices, in a few seconds. This is extremely important for some specific applications, such as in the CBE thermal comfort tool. We want the user to upload a large file and then being able to get the results almost in real time. So don't worry, PyThermal Comfort is already optimized, and as I previously mentioned, you can perform more than 10,000 calculations in less than a second. Another thing that we have already included in PyThermal Comfort is the support for imperial units. So by default, all the functions calculate the results for SI units, but if you want, you can also use imperial units if you really want to, and you just have to change an input parameter inside the function and let PyThermal Comfort know that you want to use that type of unit. So to conclude, PyThermal Comfort is a free and open source Python package to calculate the thermal comfort indices. Functions are validated using reference tables, and all the code has been released under an MIT license, so you can use in any type of application. It doesn't matter if you are a practitioner which you want to design a new building, or if you want to develop a new product and you want to calculate thermal comfort indices, or if you're an educator and you want to use PyThermal Comfort to teach the new generation of architects or engineers how to optimize and how to better design HVAC system. You can always use our code, and we would really appreciate if you also could provide us with feedback and comment about our package. You can find a link to our GitHub code by scanning this QR code, and then over there you can check our code, check the table that we use to validate our functions, and you can also open issues if you find any bug or any problem with PyThermal Comfort. Thank you very much for listening, and please let me know if you have any questions or comments.